The drone industry has taken a massive leap forward in 2025, with cutting-edge technology redefining what's possible in the sky. Whether you're a professional filmmaker, an aerial photography enthusiast, or a beginner looking to explore the skies, this year's top drones offer something for everyone. From AI-assisted flight modes to ultra-stable 8K video capture and longer-than-ever flight times, these flying machines are smarter, faster, and more versatile than ever before. So in this video, we have compiled a list and reviewed the top 10 best drones you can buy in 2025. For more information on the products, we have included links in the description box below. Let's get started. DJI Mavic 3 Classic. The Mavic 3 is a powerful machine and priced accordingly, but while its hybrid zoom is a handy tool for surveying, it isn't a feature that will excite a lot of photographers. This classic version ditches the relatively low-resolution zoom camera and retains the 4.3 Hasselblad camera on more or less the same airframe, including C1 certification. 10-bit D-Log and all the low-light benefits of the large sensor are retained. That means creators who would only have used the 24mm EFL camera can pay a little less to get the 15km range, advanced return to home, avoiding and rerouting around objects, and the excellent battery life of the Mavic 3 without really losing out. In fact, compared to the original's launch, there are some advantages. The subject tracking, panorama capture, and other functions are all working from day one and are pretty high-end. However, it's worth noting that the Mavic 3 Pro emerged, improving some of the complaints about the Mavic 3. After the Classic's launch, and personally, having flown all three, I would do my level best to buy the version with all the cameras if I could. After all, the price difference isn't that much when you're already spending this much, and it's better to have options, isn't it? Okay, it is. The difference is more than the price of a DJI Mini 3, but you still have to be very confident that you only need the wide, which, in fairness, is true of many video makers and surveyors. It's your call. DJI Mini 4K. First-time buyers can't go wrong with the Mini 4K. It is the best budget drone you can buy at under $300. It is a carbon copy of the DJI Mini 2 SE, only it comes with higher resolution 4K video to the Mini 2 SE's 2.7K video. The Mini 4K also shoots 2.7K up to 60 FPS, and video bit rates are higher, so its videos are less compressed, plus you get a 2x digital zoom. Otherwise, the drones are identical. A regulator-friendly 246G takeoff weight, 3-axis gimbal, and stable flight performance considering the tiny size. If money is no object, the Mini 4 Pro is the best beginner drone you can buy. It has omnidirectional object avoidance and advanced follow-me subject tracking, plus a larger sensor and slightly better image quality overall. If you're typically gung-ho, you might get into a few scrapes flying the Mini 4K given the lack of obstacle avoidance or need to be extra cautious to avoid objects, especially when flying over bodies of water. However, the Mini 4K is admirably robust and a third of the price of the Mini 4 Pro while being equally capable in many ways. Its battery life is excellent. Despite not fulfilling the 31-minute measured times, it can go longer than rivals. Plus, DJI's QuickShots flight moves get you dynamic video sequences around your chosen subject. All in all, we found the Mini 4K to be an excellent beginner drone, perhaps the best, and a decent second drone for advanced pilots. Potensic Atom. Potensic has been making drones for quite a while, but until recently hasn't really worried the market leaders. Until the Atom, its strategy seems to have revolved around getting products out for the family fun, chalk toy market. The Atom, though, really caught me by surprise when I tried it. On opening the very elegant box, I discovered a drone with a build quality and styling that seemed to owe a fair bit to the DJI Mini 2, and all the drones DJI have based on that airframe, including the current Mini 4K. So, with DJI standing still on airframes in this category, though innovating with the DJI Neo, the Atom actually gave itself a lead by arriving at a point when DJI hadn't decided to offer 4K video in their cheapest drone. That has now, finally, been corrected with the Mini 4K, probably because of this Potensic. DJI, though, still have a relatively restrictive feature set on their entry-level drone. There is no option for waypoint mission planning, for example, so a geekier mindset might find the Potensic offers more. DJI, I think, worry that some aren't to be trusted with this tech and, as a bigger brand facing a lot of legal challenges, are cautious about the features they make widely available. There are no such limitations on the Atom, which also has a very clever controller design. It accommodates a phone in an extendable body design. Even my iPhone Pro Max in a case, the result looks a bit like a Nintendo Switch when in use. The AI app is good, and the drone's batteries charge either via individual USB-C socket or, if you get a Fly More kit, using a charging hub. It feels like Potensic has taken everything it has learned, as well as a good look at what's around there, and successfully moved upmarket without pulling its prices all the way up too. That's a very tempting choice. On the strength of this, I don't see it being an economy brand for long. DJI Inspire 3. The Inspire 3 with the required accessories will set you back the same amount of money as a small car, but for the cinematographers it is aimed at, it'll be worth it. It could even save a bit compared to jibs and dollies, though. It does have a bit more downdraft. The accuracy of repeatable routes can be centimeter level thanks to built-in RTK compatibility. As for cameras, the detachable unit has its own name, the Zenmuse X9 8K Air camera. Perhaps more will come later? It can rotate 360 degrees beneath the drone's airframe and can be operated by one pilot, with the assistance of AI subject framing if they choose, or a pilot and 1 or 2 camera operators. This is serious professional stuff, which will only record to DJI's own costly SSD cards, the same as used with its Ronin cinema cameras. Editing will require crunching a lot of numbers, but the results are spectacular, and the dual native ISO full-frame imaging sensor certainly gets the results you'd expect for the investment. Autel Evo Lite Plus. As the flagship flying machine from Autel's latest lineup of DJI rivals, the Evo Lite Plus goes directly up against the Air 3S. Capable of shooting 5.4K footage at 30 FPS using a 1-inch sensor, it shares a remarkably similar spec sheet. But it also both leapfrogs the Air 3S and the Mavic 3 Pro with its 40-minute flight time and adjustable aperture, ranging from f2.8 to f11. The Lite Plus model does lack the 4th-axis stabilization of its Evo Lite sibling, but the larger pixels on its sensor give it better light-gathering potential in dim conditions. Pro drone videographers might think twice about the lack of 10-bit video and D-Log profile, while the omission of side sensors for obstacle avoidance is a shame. But in all other respects, we found the Lite Plus to be an impressively versatile piece of flying camera equipment in our review. For the money, its 20 megapixel sensor is probably the best camera available on a drone today, which gives the Air 2S some serious competition. DJI Mavic 3 Pro. The Mavic 3 Pro won Best Camera Product of the Year in the Tech Radar Choice Awards 2023, and with good reason. It's the first consumer drone to feature 3 cameras, ideal for aerial photography and filmmakers who need the most versatile drone on the market. The Mavic 3 Pro's main camera is the same one used by the Mavic 3 Classic, and its 20 megapixel 4/3 sensor offers the best image quality of the 3, together with an adjustable aperture, pro-tier video formats, and frame rates. That said, if you need the extra reach from the main 24mm focal length of this camera, both 3x and 7x telephoto cameras produce excellent images. As a pro drone, the Mavic 3 Pro is also incredibly easy to fly even in windy conditions and accessible to all users, thanks to its excellent safety features and intuitive controls, although it's in the restrictive C2 European drone category because of how heavy it is. Another sticking point is its price that makes it overkill for beginners. However, it's a more portable and less expensive option for pros than the Inspire 3, plus it's even more versatile. DJI Flip. To some extent, drone design has been defined by DJI's efforts in 2016, but nearly a decade of this represents a markedly new direction. The lightweight spoke-based propeller cages might look a little ungainly, but make for a clever, rugged folding design which is surprisingly pocketable and seems to bring very little by way of flight time compromise. It's still around half an hour. Safety isn't exciting to many on its own, but it does mean that hand launching can become the norm.
DJI has taken the opportunity to load this drone with the AI tracking features that mean you don't actually need a remote control for it to see you and follow you, making it, for want of a better term, a selfie drone. In the box, however, is a remote controller.
Depending on your choice, you can either have the plug your phone in type or a built-in screen, but either way, DJI aren't letting you buy this powerful drone without the option to fly it properly, should I say traditionally, and make full use of the camera, as well as a 3-axis gimbal for the camera, which seemed able to keep up with the drone's movements in my tests, some in gusty wind. The drone has some nice modern touches, like some onboard storage, 2 GB there in case you forget your memory card. In terms of complaints, I do feel like the enclosed props are a little noisier than the alternative, or the pitch more irksome. But that's such a minor irritation in exchange for the convenience of hand launching anywhere without worrying about fingers. It really is easy enough to use that my 8-year-old had no issues with it, so I can see why DJI see it as a vlogging drone for everyone. HoverAIR X1. This might not be ideal for younger kids without a bit of parental supervision, and it's certainly not the cheapest toy, but it's not too pricey either, compared to many on this list, and it does offer a very different take on drones that I found very compelling. It's one I've added to my collection, and it's one I find the whole family can enjoy. When I first tried it, this drone surprised me with its sensibly safe design, and by how the AI could simply follow me, taking off and landing on my own hand. After initial setup, I didn't even need my phone to do it. There is a combination of a speaker inside, so voices reassure you that you've asked for the right thing, and simple buttons on the frame. Think of it as an angel on your shoulder, which can be passed between family members and follow them running, cycling, or undertaking any activity. An unusual drone, but amazing. Choosing this drone does involve making a slight compromise when it comes to flight time and range. You can choose to fly it with your phone, Wi-Fi range, or just let the drone do the flying, but the resolution and flight time doesn't match even most ultralights. That said, it's not only cheaper and smarter, but the cage propellers are notably safer than other drones. DJI Air 3S. The DJI Air 3S is more or less perfect. The only real problem is that, if you're based in America, it's not that easy to get hold of unless you order from DJI directly, which you can, no problem. You might have to go for the older DJI Air 3. That's still a great drone, but the Air 3 brings a new, bigger 50-megapixel 1-inch sensor for the main camera, which is 24mm EFL, and keeps a 48-megapixel 1.3-inch camera for the 70mm EFL f2.8 tele lens. Compared to a typical one-camera drone, this massively increases your creative capabilities, for example, tracking people or moving subjects. It's also great for survey jobs with a bit more safety. DJI have modernized everything and boosted convenience. The drone boasts 42 GB of internal storage, so if you forget a micro SD card, you're not in trouble. It skips around the air with impressive confidence, feeling a lot more assured than a mini-sized drone, though of course it is nearly 3 times the weight. Low light is impressive. Something that has been worrying in the past with different sized sensors has been how the optics blend together, but this question seemed not to present itself in my tests. What I did notice was how impressive the dynamic range was, and the 112th 800 ISO range is the tip of the iceberg. DJI has even added a new low-light collision sensing system with LiDAR, which makes crashing that bit harder. I didn't manage it in my testing. Think of this as a more affordable Mavic 3 Pro, which is also more modern and, in some ways, actually better. As well as eclipsing its bigger, heavier cousin with goodies like LiDAR, it also gets AI subject tracking and even waypoints, plus excellent battery life. Why spend more? If you want to do occasional survey work and perhaps get some images, then I found the 4x zoom looked very impressive, and honestly, this drone seems to aggressively eat into the use case for the Mavic 3. DJI Mini 4 Pro. With a lightweight build and pro-grade features, the DJI Mini 3 Pro was previously our favorite drone. The Mini 4 Pro builds on its qualities to deliver an even better experience, albeit not a radically different one. If you already own a Mini 3 Pro, it probably doesn't justify an upgrade. But if you're switching from a different model or buying your first mini-series drone, it's an excellent choice. Its small, folding design is almost identical to the Mini 3 Pro, as is the regulation-friendly 249g takeoff weight. Also the same is the 1.3-inch sensor, which still delivers excellent image quality. Thanks to processing updates, we found it even better at handling noise in low light. Serious videographers will also welcome the new D-Log M color profile, which offers greater consistency with the Mavic 3. Obstacle avoidance is now omnidirectional, meaning the Mini 4 Pro is even safer than its predecessor when it comes to operating, indoors or near trees. We also found Active Track 360-degree highly effective, making it an easy drone for beginners to fly confidently. If you can afford the DJI RC2 controller option, you'll have the best backpack-friendly drone bundle. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so you never miss out on our latest videos.